Building muscle and losing fat at the same time? Some say it's impossible, but let me show you exactly how I've been doing it for years and how you can too. It's called body recomposition, and there's a lot of different opinions out there. But in my experience, the vast majority of people will be able to recomp without having to bulk or cut. This means the number on the scale stays the same while your muscles get bigger. Amazing, right? Now there's two aspects to this, training and diet. Let's start with training. Progressive overload is what you're looking for here. This is most commonly in the form of lifting more weight or more reps. And this is why tracking your workouts is key to all of this. Because if you don't track, you don't know. I'm gonna throw out a few numbers, so stick with me. Take a lift like bench press. Maybe you do 4 sets of 6 twice a week at 100 pounds. Either next week or the week after, you either do 4 sets of 6 at 105 pounds, or you do 4 sets of 7 at 100 pounds. Either way, you're increasing the total volume. This is how you know you're gaining muscle, because if your strength is going up, your muscles are probably growing. So when it comes to designing your plan, it really doesn't matter what type of training regimen you do. For me personally, I like to do push-pull legs 5 or 6 times a week, but for most people, if you just do full body twice a week, you'll get 80% of the results for 20% of the effort. But what happens if you're not able to increase the weight or reps? One of two things is happening. Scenario 1, you've reached advanced status. This probably isn't you. This is usually only after years and years of disciplined training and diet. But as you can see in the gym, there's plenty of people who have been going for years and they still look the same. I would classify these people as beginners, because even though they've gone to the gym for years, they've never really pushed themselves and they always use the same weight and reps. So scenario 2 is probably more likely you're messing up your diet. But before I get into the specifics of what part of your diet, I need to give you an update on Magic Mind. Magic Mind is a daily productivity drink packed with matcha, adaptogens, and nootropics that all work together to enhance your energy, focus, and mood without any crashes. I've taken it for over 2 weeks now, and I can definitely say it's helped me. Now, what I've found personally is after a few hours of taking it, I usually have one block where I'm just totally zoned in for like 4-ish hours. And then after that, I feel pretty normal, but I don't crash like I do if I was on caffeine or something. The only downside is you need to take it consistently for it to work, because the first few days of me taking it, I didn't see any difference. But about 4 or 5 days in, that's when I saw it. So if you can make it a part of your ritual, I'm sure you'll see great results too. So if you want to try it for yourself, head over to magicmind.com/ASU and use code ASU20 for up to 48% off your order. All right, so diet. First off, tracking is key here too, because I'm sure 95% of people, if not more, have no idea what they're putting in their body, at least in terms of calories. And there's 2 key points you should know. It doesn't really matter what diet you're on. What matters is total calorie consumption and total protein intake. First, you need to find your maintenance calories, which means if your maintenance is 2,500 calories, if you eat 2,500 calories every single day, the scale will not change. It doesn't matter if it's 2,500 calories of Oreos, 2,500 calories of chips, or 2,500 calories of straight chicken breast. If you get this number right, regardless of the type of food that you're eating, the scale won't change. Now the second part is protein. You should aim to eat 1 gram of protein for every pound of ideal body weight. So if you're 200 pounds and you want to be 170 pounds, all you do is eat 170 grams of protein. This will ensure your body has enough building blocks to actually build muscle after all that work you put in the gym. Because all that lifting without eating enough protein is like hiring a bunch of contractors to make a building and not giving them any materials. So eating maintenance calories keeps you at the same weight, while eating sufficient protein allows you to build muscle, replacing your fat. Now for the vast majority of people, this is much better than bulking and cutting. But if you want to speed up your results just a little bit, you should either do a calorie surplus or deficit of 250 calories. This way you'll minimize muscle loss in a deficit and you'll minimize fat gain in a surplus, because you're doing it very, very gradually. Now if you're struggling to hit your protein goal, watch this video here.